Hello YouTubers, I'm riding my brother's Suzuki Burgman 650 and I just pumped the tires, and he actually bought this bike yesterday, and he said to me, oh, you know, you're a bit of a serial blogger and you got the silver wing and things like that. Why don't you go and do a bit of a comparison between the Burgman and the silver wing. So I have to say to you guys that both bikes are very similar, especially in style. As you can see, you know, they're long. I think the silver wing is a little bit bigger, and they got these rear rails as well. So the good thing about this bike is that it's got foldable mirrors, and she starts on a dime. So as you can see, that's really good for, you know, line filtering. So, you know, this will give you a bit extra room. She's a fairly wide bike. It's slightly wider than the silver wing. So that's a good feature. And I press this button and out they go. And it's also got a feature where the screen can go up or down. I normally keep it up, only because if I keep it all up, then, you know, the wind is not going to be able to get on my face, so to speak. So in terms of performance, I think 0 to 100, this bike is slightly quicker, but, you know, not by much. They're both pretty much more or less similar. This one is just a tiny little quicker though, and she definitely has a little bit more weight, and she's actually a taller bike. Now I'm gonna do a vlog where I'm gonna go past the Sydney Harbour Bridge, mainly to, you know, give this vlog a little bit of credit. You know, I'm gonna show you beautiful scenery. I'll see if I can go past the Opera House, you know, but from the North Sydney vantage point, you know. So I'll be looking south and you'll be able to see, you know, the Opera House. So I'm hoping to do a good video. Anyway, this is the second day. Yesterday I did a vlog comparing the bike, you know. It's an awesome bike, and yeah, you really need to respect this bike a little bit more than the silver wing, because it's got a bit more weight, you know. So, and it's a little bit wider too, you know. It probably has roughly maybe 20 kilos more than the silver wing. You know, thereabouts 20-25, probably no more than that. And it's a little bit wider. That's why these mirrors are really good, in that they fold. And these bikes, you know, when you're on the highway or the motorway or the freeway, whatever you want to call it, around the world, you don't want to do more than, say, 70 miles an hour or 110, mainly because these bikes are twin cylinders and they become gas guzzlers. You know, they'll start to you know, go through petrol quite a bit. So you really need to you know, keep the throttle at the speed limit, if you like. You know, most highways around the world, the speed limit is 110 kilometers an hour, or, you know, 65 miles or 70 miles, something like that. There's no need to do any more than that, because fuel consumption is gonna go up, just like on the silver wing. You're never gonna see me riding the silver wing more than 110 on the freeway or the highways or the motorways, whatever. Unless I have to pass someone like a slow truck or whatever, you know, I might do a bit more, maybe 120, 130, 70 to 75 miles. But I try to keep to the speed limit, because for starters, you don't want to go over the speed limit and get booked by cops. And secondly, because, yeah, these bikes, like I said, they are gas guzzlers, you know. Now, if you are contemplating getting a maxi scooter, something like this, for the motorways. Get something that's minimum 400. I wouldn't go below 400 because you know, these bikes are heavy and they require a fair bit of grunt, you know, to get them going. So, and you want to enjoy, you know, the thrill of the outstanding acceleration that they have. So I just leave to my left here in Bellarmine. But I'm going to be going past the Sydney Harbour Bridge just so that I can do a nice little video for you guys. So I'm going to get on the right line. And yeah, so this bike has a beautiful throttle noise, you know, when you accelerate. And also engine braking is superb. It doesn't take much. As soon as you put the throttle down, you know, as soon as you put this down, engine braking starts immediately. So that's a very good feature. And I think that the engine braking on this bike is way more powerful than the Silverwing. I think the Silverwing has a bit more free play because it's a bit of a more sporty bike, you know. It's also a little bit lower to the ground. This one has a 15-inch wheel at the front and a 14 at the back. The Silverwing has a 14 front, 13 rear. So because this bike is taller, this bike is actually more perfect for the motorways and highways. It's slightly better, more stable than the Silverwing, I would suspect. But the Silverwing will be a lot better in dense, you know, peak hour morning traffic because of its slightly being lowered and having slightly 1 inch less, you know, wheels in terms of wheel size. So now this bike is well built. You can tell that it's quality throughout. What I like about this bike is the dash. It kind of like reminds me of you know, the old Honda scooters of the 80s, you know, with their analog dash. This one is digital, but yeah, it's very similar. You definitely have to give this bike a bit more respect around corners because she's a bit taller, so center of gravity is a little bit higher. So let's overtake here. Now, due to the coronavirus, there's not a lot of traffic because a lot of people are not working. So, you know, it makes it easier to be on the road, if you like. So, this bridge that I'm going through now is called the Anzac Bridge. And let's get on this one here. And I will be on the Sydney Harbour Bridge in about 4 or 5 minutes. The speed limit on the bridge here is 60, so I'm way over and doing like 73 or something, you know. She definitely feels sure-footed, this bike. And yeah, she's a powerful beast. This bike will definitely suit tall riders. So yeah, my brother's gonna lend me this bike to do YouTube videos. So if you are a Suzuki Burgman 650 fan, you know, or even a Suzuki Burgman 400 fan, you know, feel free to subscribe to my channel because I'll be doing a lot of videos on this bike. And if I'm not riding it, my brother will be riding it. We're gonna be going on tours together. And you know, he also has a GoPro and has a you know, an audio kick cable microphone setup. I actually got my brother the GoPro 7 because it's gonna get a little bit more serious in doing vlogs. So I got him my GoPro 7 and the white edition with the microphone and you know, the audio kick cable and all the rest of it. And I bought myself a very good GoPro 6 Black Edition, which can film in 4K, so I'm going to start filming in 4K. I also got the GoPro mic adapter for it and things like that. So at the moment I got on my helmet setup, I got the GoPro 3, which does a good job anyway, and but because I got my microphone set up inside the helmet, I haven't been bothered to do a new setup. I'll do it very soon because I've been very busy this week. Yeah, anyway, we're just about to enter the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Beautiful day today, it's 27 degrees, expecting it. So at the moment I suspect that it's got a temperature. I can't read it because of the sun, but I suspect about 20, 21. Let me have a look. Yeah, I can't read it just yet. Anyway, so I'm gonna go past this car so it doesn't wreck the video, and I'll try and stay in the middle line, so that way I can give you a good visual panorama, if you like, of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. So speed limit here is like 70 km an hour, and I'm doing like 82. Australians tend to do always 10 kilometers over the speed limit when they drive. So if it's a 60 zone, Australians normally do 70, and if it's 80, they do 90. And on the highways, if it's 110, they do 120 or 130. Australians tend to do about 10 km on average more than the speed limit when they drive. So this is it, folks. This is the Sydney Harbour Bridge. I'm gonna get on the right line and slow down a little bit, mainly to show you this Harbour Bridge. It'll it'll make for a beautiful video. Yeah, I got the train here on my left. So there's actually two train lines, one going north, like we are now, and one going south. Here we got the Sydney Harbour Bridge in all its glory, built in 1930. And yeah, so I'm gonna get into the left line in a minute because I'm gonna be turning into North Sydney, and I'm gonna be showing you guys the Opera House very soon. So let's play a little bit with the windscreen. Let's put it down. That's as far as it'll go when it's down. And to put it up, that's as far as it'll go up. It says here, Burgman Executive. Nice bike, very similar to the Silver Wing look. Having ridden this bike now for 2 days, I can tell you that there's nothing in it. If you like the Suzuki Burgman, if you like the style and a little bit of extra power and the extra size of it, buy the Suzuki Burgman. If you like the wing for a little bit more of a sportier ride, a little bit lower to the ground, and just as fast and good styling like this one with all the, bells and whistles, then buy the Silver Wing. I wouldn't recommend one over the other. I think they're both pretty much equal. It really comes down to up to you, I think. I wouldn't say this bike is better than the Silver Wing, and nor will I say that the Silver Wing is better than this bike. I think these two are dead equal. They both have pros and cons. So in terms of performance, riding, brakes, suspension, storage capacity. Alright, so we're going to be seeing the Opera House very shortly. I'm going to be turning to the right. This is a perfect bike for someone that's tall, If you are over 6 foot, 6 foot to 6'5", I will buy this one over the Silver Wing because You know, it's got you know, bigger wheels, and it's a little bit taller off the ground than the Silver Wing, so it'll cater for taller riders perfectly. And that's got a little bit more oomph, 0 to 100, and it's a wider, bigger bike, bulkier. I would say 20 to 25 to 30 kilos, something like that, roughly. It's hard to tell, but that's what I suspect. But anyway, yeah, you know, but you know, I'm 5'9", so I'm happy with the Silver Wing because it's a little bit lower to the ground. So here it is, folks, the Sydney Opera House in all its glory. I'm just gonna get in here. I'm not gonna stay here too long because you gotta pay for the parking. This is just to make a beautiful video for you guys, for my international viewers. There you go, guys, Sydney Opera House. With regards to COVID-19, coronavirus, there's no one around. They're actually doing refurbishing of the concert hall. You can see a crane. I'm not sure if the GoPro can catch it. There are the Sydney ferries there, and then you got the Sydney Harbour Bridge that we just been on, and people exercising. So anyway, this is it. I'm gonna do another video now explaining the pros and cons of both bikes. So watch out for this video that's coming right up after this one. Alright guys, talk to you soon.